Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. For those who have never seen me live before, my name is Jewel, and I am a grateful recovering addict of 8 years. By the grace of God, I will celebrate 9 years clean in August of this year. So I just wanted to get on real quick. I'm not going to take up too much time because I know it's Sunday and people probably have family plans and other things like that for today. So I'm just going to get on and read the gist for today. Good morning, good morning. How is everybody today? Hey, Brandy. Good morning, Michelle. Let me see if I can invite a couple people on that normally watch, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. How is everybody today? If this is your first time watching, please let me know so I can say hello and welcome you. If you've watched before, be sure to say hello and let me know where you're from today. Trying to think of who... I can't remember who else, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Also, if you wish, please feel free to share this out. And just a note for anybody that's watching, this is a public video. So if you have something that you want to say and you do not want the whole world to see it, don't comment it. You can always private message me, and we can talk that way. Some of you may not care, and that's fine, but I know some of you may not want others to know. So, good. I'm doing good, Brandy. I've had like a, I don't want to say a weird week, but for most of you, you know that I'm planning March into Recovery, which is a local event I do here in Maryland on the Eastern Shore. And this particular event, the one that I'm going to have in April, is the one that I planned last year with my mother-in-law. And she passed away in May. So, like, I get in this, like, go mode, and, like, I'm doing all these details and getting things together for, like, 2 or 3 days. And then the overwhelming hits me of, I don't have her anymore, you know, and so that's been really tough. And I apologize for my eyebrows, guys. I got them waxed on Friday. And I don't remember if you remember last month when I got them waxed. They're usually really swollen for a couple days. I don't know if I'm allergic to the wax or the stuff they put on afterwards. I guess it's the wax because they literally puff up and then they get all these little bumps. So don't mind my eyebrows. So today's message is Carrying the Message, Not the Addict, February 17th. They can be analyzed, counseled, reasoned with, prayed over, threatened, beaten, or locked up, but they will not stop until they want to stop. Basic text, page 65. Perhaps one of the most difficult truths we must face in our recovery is that we are powerless over another's addiction as we are over our own. We may think that because we've had a spiritual awakening in our own lives, we should be able to persuade another addict to find recovery, but there are limits to what we can do to help another addict. We can't force them to stop using. We cannot give them the results of the steps or grow for them. We cannot take away their loneliness or their pain. There is nothing we can say to convince a scared addict to surrender the familiar misery of addiction for the frightening uncertainty of recovery. We cannot jump inside other people's skins, shift their goals, or decide for them what is best for them. However, if we refuse to try to exert this power over another's addiction, we may help them. They may grow if we allow them to face reality, painful though it may be. They may become more productive by their own definition, as long as we don't try and do it for them. They can become the authority on their own lives, provided we are only authorities on our own. If we can accept all this, we can become what we're meant to be, carriers of the message, not the addict. Just for today, I will accept that I'm powerless not only over my own addiction, but also over everyone else's. I will carry the message, not the addict. And I really like this reading because it took me a really long time to realize that I couldn't make other people get clean. Like, I knew that I couldn't make them get clean, but I thought, like, if I told them all the great things and I mapped out the road for them and I showed them, you know, all the ways that they could benefit, that they would just do it. You know, why not? And so it took one of my friends actually overdosing and dying for me to realize that it didn't matter how much I tried to convince her to stay clean. She couldn't do it until she was ready to do it. As much as I wish I could have been the person to change her life, that wasn't the case. I don't know if we didn't, I don't know what would have saved her, honestly, because I thought she was doing well. So anyways, I thought it was a really important message because I know I do have a lot of viewers who aren't addicts. And I know that they have family and friends that are addicts, which is part of why they watch the videos, to try to get some new insight, things from a different perspective. And so I appreciate that they do that. But I wanted them to know that, you know, you can love an addict and you can do everything in your power to try to help them, but you can't save them unless they're ready to be saved. And actually, a really close friend of mine, someone really close to her, overdosed. I would say maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't even know if it's been 2 weeks, honestly. And it was really hard for her, and it really upset her, and it really broke her heart. And she had done so many things to try to help this guy get clean. And I said to her, you know, we can't save them all. You know, as unfortunate as it is, it's real. You know, we can't save everybody. One at a time. We focus on one at a time. So that's really all I have today. The addict has to truly want it. Yeah, Heidi, they do. You know, and it's hard to really get somebody that's in active addiction to understand how great the life of recovery is. You know, it's really hard for them to understand and believe that they can live the same life that you do. You know, it's really hard for them to understand that they can do it. And that's why I tell people all the time, you know, the biggest thing that I believe in when it comes to helping those in addiction is, one, not being judgmental, which is part of why I go live to share my story so others can see that, oh, well, if she did it, you know, maybe I can. You know, and my mother-in-law had used off and on for close to 25 years of her life. You know, and so when I think of another addict that I see struggling, and I know what my mother-in-law went through, and I know that she got clean, anybody can get clean, you know? I don't feel like I had it as bad as some others, but I mean, the story is still the same. You know, I still used drugs. My life was unmanageable. My life was a wreck. I had been arrested. I had wrecked a few cars. I had been to treatment, you know, and treatment is what saved my life. Between the treatment and after that, I went to a recovery house. That changed everything for me. So I always try to encourage people. Hey, Heather, how are you? I always try to encourage people, you know, if they're, you know, back and forth between, do I go to detox? Do I go to a treatment center? Do I stay home and do a cold turkey? And as honorable as it is to stay home and do a cold turkey, to me, that didn't work for me. I needed the treatment. I needed the 30 days of not having to worry about any of life, you know, basically just 30 days of working on me. And then I needed the recovery house afterwards. Hey, Angela, that kind of like helped me learn how to be a member of society again, you know, because when I was in active addiction, I wasn't, you know, I didn't work. There were a lot of things I didn't do that I should have been doing as a responsible adult, you know, and I've heard a lot of people say that when your addiction starts, it's kind of the age that you're left at. So like for me, I started using at 18. So even though I got clean at, let me see. Guys, I don't even remember how old I was. In 2010, 9 years ago, I think I was 22. 22? I think I was 22. I think I just turned 22. You know, they always said that you're 8, you like stop at the age when you started using. So there were a lot of things that I did that an 18-year-old would have done at 22, you know, and I know you guys think, oh, well, that's really not, you know, that's only 4 years. It's not really a big difference. But when you think about it, it is. You know, when we come out of high school, we're babies. We're still babies. We may think that we're grown and that we have it all together, but we're not. We're not. I mean, I'm 30. I'll be 32 this year and I still don't have it all together, okay? And that's okay. Because who really has it all together ever? I mean, let's be honest. So, anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys. I hope that you guys have an awesome day. I know that Joe and I haven't been live very much, and we've just kind of had a lot going on between the two of us. And he's in Texas now with his wife and baby, so I don't know how often we'll get to go live while he's gone, but I'm going to try and get back on going close to every day. So if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. For those that are local, don't forget I'm planning March into Recovery. It's going to be April 13th from 10 to 2 at the Caroline County 4-H Park. It's going to be an awesome day, and I'm really, really excited for it. So, all right, guys, have a great Sunday. See you tomorrow.